nearby place where there is an interactive kiosk offer Indian Railways, and he can book the tickets. Persona 2 is very tech savvy. He can log into his account anytime and all. So any kind of an application you give him, he will be comfortable. For Persona 3, she is also very technically very sound. But one problem she has is she is not very sure about the destinations. So for that, she needs, for a person like her, there has to be an option for all stations and for the city of origin and some usable map, easy to visualize map, so that she knows where she is and which are the routes she can follow. These are some probable suggestions that has come after defining. Remember, discover, then define. So discovery was the research, define is the, after the exploration is done, some conclusions by the design thinking team. And then the double diamond here will look like this. You will have to expand it and see. So you'll get all the informations what is required to be given in the ultimate product, that is the application. So I'll show it again in the next slide. How will it appear? I mean, what are the probable suggestions that has come? So in the kiosk or mobile applications or the website, all these informations needs to be there. So login, logout facility, check history, anything editing to be done in the already booked ticket, guide, then sign in to use wallet. Already they have some account and all the different categories, number of passengers, how long the circular ticket will be valid, break journey if required. So all these things have come from the double diamond exercise that we have. So these are the points that had come from the team itself. No customer has given. These three persons whom we have just shown as an example, we found these things from their behavior. And then the team who has conducted the research, they have plotted all these things on a chart paper with the post-its, with the sticky notes. So all these things had come from the team. So now we'll be having the prototypes. This is suggestive prototypes. So we can have this kind of a application on a mobile phone. Where would you like to travel? North, South, Center. Mumbai CST can be the starting destination, and some probable easily locatable map. Then in the next slide again, we can see some more clearer picture from Mumbai to Bhopal. And if we want to remove any station, if we are seeking break journey, we have to just click. So it is appearing to be very user friendly. We can also add and remove stations. And then these points need to be kept in mind when we are designing the final prototype. So these points need to be kept in mind for mobile application or for interactive kiosk or for the website. So let us see how does it look like, because we'll have to retain the brand color of IRCTC. Now this is the final product after the prototype. So first page, this is a circular journey. So again, a better picture of the first page, and it is showing Mumbai for obvious reasons. So we started with Mumbai. So these are some routes. These are some routes that are available. Popular circular journeys, Mumbai to Mumbai, and in between all these destinations will come. It's quite a long route. So from Mumbai, Bhopal, Gwalior, Agra, etc., and then via Hyderabad, and then back to Mumbai. And in between, we are also covering Bihar, Kolkata, Orissa, Secunderabad, Hyderabad, and Mumbai. So it's quite a long journey. whether I want to cover all or I like to skip and take a break journey. So then these are some pages that can float on my mobile applications, some easily locatable maps, wish to remove stations from your journey, and then who is traveling, name, class, add fellow passengers, just put the add, just add it like any other product we do or one we do for transactions. And how would you pay? Cash on counter. We can do the same thing, put some take some coupon, and the day we are traveling we can put it on the counter, or any other time we can also put the cash on counter, or any of these methods. And if you go with Paytm, yes, we are getting some benefits of using Paytm. So this is the final product we get. That was the problem. Design a mobile application for Indian Railways circular ticket. And this is the application that was designed. And then let us get the validation. We used the prototype and it was tested also. And then it was tested on certain people, number of people. So out of all users could easily reach to the final booking stage. That means the prototype is successful. Then 5 people were used for this journey. So, 5 to recognize customization of stations, which is important particularly for that lady who comes from the US. 2 out of 5 users are able to recognize and use break journey features. So there are many people who may not have that much of time, so would like to go for break journey features. So users were very happy and they would like to go ahead with these prototype applications for IRCTC. This is a user-based application following the UCD. So this is the final product. Kiosk applications on the tab, on the web. This how it looks, the final product. So keeping the color, all the pictures mapped, date, total amount, just like Yatra and any other things, this is also workable. So circular ticket also can be availed with the application mode. So that was our problem. Now if we face some problems here, we're likely to face, so here comes the continuous evolvement. Okay, so now we take a exercise. Since you did not do that exercise in the last class, so we'll use the same principle and solve this problem. This is an exercise of making waiting time at airports more useful and pleasant. That's an activity. Let us do that. We have got sufficient time with us. It's 3:40. We have got 20 minutes time. You can use your color pencils, sketch pens, and white papers, or whatever is available. You are free to use anything. Making airport waiting time more useful and pleasant. Yes, I'm looking forward for your participation. I'm there to solve any query that may come across. A class on design thinking is incomplete if we do not do any workshop, if we do not participate in the activity. I did get, okay, mobile charging through cycling. But is that all? Because many times we wait, we have to design the flow chart, Mr. Anup. When we are talking about design thinking, we have to put the entire chart. Only mobile charging you will be doing? See, after this security check-in is done, then we are getting huge amount of time. Sometimes the flights are delayed. So in such cases, we are waiting for huge amount of time. So how that can be used in a pleasant and interesting way? Can anybody come forward with an idea?
Ma'am, I'm typing, but I can explain.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
uh,
You can type, you can draw, you can do anything.
uh, 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 for making this waiting time more fruitful,
Mm-hmm.
larger time available, I
Mm.
will plan a app which user can pre schedule or use for booking, which will have facility. One is library, that is reading books, newspaper, etc. Facility should be made available on airport.
Mm.
The music room, cinema hall, small coffee tree shop, all certain facilities are already there.
Already
Uh,
there, yes.
Shopping, the malls are also there, so many.
Mm. Mm.
Then communication room. If sufficient time is there in between, I can communicate to my that isolation and uh, I can talk with my relatives, my friends.
Mm.
Then if time is there and I can get a small office, there is table, chair, and planning for office and work, that facility those who can avail. Then you can schedule a visit to 3 4 hours, suppose plane is late, so outside airport nearby 1 hour journey, say some picnic spot or so visit to nearby available location and come back in a safe time, that is 50% time of available, later suppose 4, so within 2 hours you can plan to go outside. So likewise whichever we can think of, we can, but it should be pre-booked once it is known that this break journey, suppose so 4 hour is in between time is there, so what I can do, the traveler can plan accordingly what to do at airport.
Okay.
This was the idea.
Okay, good. I could see some more suggestions coming from others. Saili Madam has given gaming zone can be created. Yes. Small meditation center can also be there. I think some prayer rooms are already there. And yeah, that can be taken further. Reading books, shopping, yes, suggested by Anand sir. So yes, already some bookshops and other things are there. So the idea behind making this exercise do is actually coming with a flow chart. So how will you define? How will you go ahead? So first and foremost is discovery. So what steps will you take to go for the discovery stage? Research. What will you do? How do you think you will start with your research? Because that is important. We have to go step by step. Whether we go double diamond or without the double diamond also. Ultimately, we are following double diamond. Even this incubator exercise also we have seen that we did discuss about double diamond, but
And
the team was doing that same thing. Yes.
double diamond
Yeah.
can be preferred.
So, like if you say, if I say for the same problem, how to make this airport waiting time more useful and pleasant, and then first stage discovery. How do you think? How will you go ahead for the discovery, for the research?
Making a Google form for survey, and
Okay,
we can spread it,
okay,
and the gathered forms within a
okay,
specified amount of available time, and then
okay,
analyze. And
okay.
this,
So, who will be your respondents?
uh, all travelers and the
How will
even
you find them?
employees, the working personnel on the airport,
Okay. So,
not
how will you find those travelers?
through the existing infrastructure that already available for booking and other things. The apps already available. I can
Okay.
while
Or
booking
maybe we
ticket.
can
Yes.
utilize our own waiting time as well for the research work when we are on the airport. As I travel personally, I'll tell we observe many travelers waiting and hanging around. And nowadays, airports are really like a mall, have so many things to for entertainment. So we can understand what kind of things they are looking, how many, what is the percentage of people who are working, traveling for their work, how many are there with the family, and what kind of things they prefer to do there. So rather than children are playing in their mobiles or tablets, we may have a kind of interactive zone where entire family can have some fun time together. And some of the airports have started such kind of things, but yes, most of the airports do not have such kind of spaces. So mostly children playing in the mobile, mother taking care of something else, mother busy with the mobile. This is the scene on the airports.
Hmm.
But there is a possibility at that time we observe the travelers what they want to do, if they are okay with what they are doing or they are looking for something else. We may talk to few if they are actually free and we see they are okay and ready to talk with us, and there we can collect our data and their preferences, and from there we can start planning. It may require few trips and many people to be talked with,
Hmm.
because this is the only way I think to actually identify the
Hmm.
interest of
Hmm.
people.
Hmm.
We
Okay.
can also use a use of social media to take the data from.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Good. Interesting insights are coming. Jyoti madam's suggestions are very good. Ganesh sir has also given very interesting insights. Archana madam, yes, social media can be used. So when we float the Google form, then we can use these platforms, both our email ID as well as the social media platforms. Plus, in addition, what Jyoti madam has suggested, these are very important things. When we ourselves are in such places, what do we see? What do we observe? We ourselves are a part of this waiting time. So, what happens during the time? How do we face that? And many times, I'm sure we also have faced the flight delay kind of a situation, which was not which was not planned. We had known we had gone for with the 2 hours in hand time, And particularly if you have to take a flight from Bombay, understanding the travel, the traffic and other things. So we travel with additional time in hand. And after all these things are done, we know after a certain period of time we'll have to board the flight. But sudden announcements and we have to, everything goes ever. And that time, how can we make it? So some very good inputs have come from Jyoti madam also. And even if we use that Google form, we need to find out for what purpose they are traveling. Is it job related, business trip, leisure trip? What exactly they are traveling for? What are the reasons? And if we find that they are traveling on vacation, pleasure trip, religious trip, then something else can also pop out from our research.
Correct.
Yes.
And first time travelers are also in considerable amount,
Yes, yes,
and they
yes.
don't know about even the geography of that particular airport
Yes.
also.
Yes. And if possible, the kind of interactive kiosk we have seen for Indian Railways, so some kind of kiosk, kind of easy accessible kiosk, which is giving information about the hotels and stay arrangements at affordable rates, or all informations related to Airbnb, even in the airport. Some of them who have planned a trip, I'm sure they will always go with a planned thing. But many times, what happens, what to do immediately after landing up there, and what are the other places to see there. There are many things which we may not also know. So certain informations which are not easily available on the website, can that be put on in that interactive game center, or whichever places suggested by the group? Many such kind of terminals can be created where it is expected that the stranded travelers or the passive travelers, because they don't have any other place to go, they will be there in the airport. So at different different points, different you can say touch points, such informations can be coming on. If they want, they can take facilities and other things from the service provider.
त्यांचे ईमेल ऍड्रेसेस घेतले तर बरं.
Yes.
जनरेट केले का तुम्ही तिकडे कॉलेजचे? हे
So,
ह्याच्यावर रजिस्टर करायला सांगायचं Moodle-वर.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, ma'am. I have muted, sir. I guess he was having some another
okay.
conversation.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else would like to come forward with their ideas?
Ma'am, actually, we are talking about the floating Google form and all the things, okay? But what about the security of the data that which the people are going to put over there? We need to consider that particular thing also, because normally what we observe now, when we float some kind of Google form which is accessible for all the people, security concern may raise. So instead of going for the Google form kind of thing, when they book the respective tickets over there itself, those respective service providers can collect the data from those people, because we need to concentrate on those particular people only, those who will fly. Okay.
Yeah.
If we consider all the public now, then the things will not going to work at all.
Quite an interesting, yes.
Because we need to concentrate on those particular people only.
Yes.
Who are frequent flyers or who want to fly. And accordingly, when they will book the respective ticket from respective platform, over there itself, the respective service provider will collect the respective data, and we can collect that particular data from that particular provider.
Okay.
So by that way, it will be in a secured manner.
Okay. 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 But the provider also needs to give the data. That is again.
Yes, obviously. So, there will be collaboration between us and the respective service provider.
Okay.
That way only
okay. Yeah. The safety issues can be solved.
Yeah, definitely, because we'll provide our email ID, phone number, our details, all the things will be there, no? And but most of the thing is we need to concentrate on those respective peoples only, because if we collect all the data from the all the peoples, then the purpose will not going to serve over there.
Anybody else? Okay, then I close the discussion here, and one suggestion to the participants: if you intend to practice this ahead, you can take up any topic, any problem, and that step by step suggestions that was mentioned in the previous class, you can apply that step by step. And the best way to do design thinking is to take a plain paper and post some suggestions there on a flowchart basis, on this basis, so that we know, or somebody, anybody from the team, we know what sequence will follow one after the other. So that will help the design thinking practitioners and anybody, whosoever will come to that room itself, they will immediately understand. Acha, iska baad ye. Then somebody may give, like Anup sir has given a very important suggestion about the security. That can form a very, very important suggestive insight in one of the process of the design thinking, one of the steps, maybe in the definition, maybe in the discovery. So anywhere that from that will form another round, and from there further, remember the dinner party flowchart that I had shown. So from that will flow another, there will be more such arrow from that suggestion that Anup sir has given. So if we take it as a group, if you are from the same college, you can form a team, and you can carry this ahead, carry some similar projects ahead. Okay.
Yes, participants, any queries or anything you would like to ask, ma'am? She has given us her 4 hours, I guess, and more than that.
It was a pleasure interacting with you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And
Yeah, thank you, ma'am, for such a wonderful session.
Thank you. Thank you. So maybe we'll connect again any other day. So we are
yes,
in the
Yeah,
teaching
yeah,
profession.
definitely.
Yes. We all
yes,
are in the teaching profession, so maybe we'll connect again.
Yeah,
yes, we
sure.
can connect again, online, offline, whichever
Yes,
way
yes, yes. Yeah,
possible.
yeah, yeah.
And ma'am, can you see the screen?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Please accept this token of gratitude from us. We would love to give you this personally, but since this is the COVID situation, we cannot do that.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
accept this from our side, from the
Thank you so
organizing
much.
community.
Thank you so much.
You have spared this much of time, and the sessions were interactive. You have given so many activities. Participants were also enjoying. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will share the PPT with you.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you once again, Joyeeta
Thank you.
madam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
we
stay
will look
safe. All of
future
you take
also.
care bad. So stay safe.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Okay. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Participants are requested to fill feedback form, please. The link has been posted in chat box as well as WhatsApp group.
Sneha, just gentle reminder about active participants.
Yes, yes. Dear participants, and for today, all 3 sessions were active. So it was actually difficult to announce the active participant. There were so many people. And yes, so we have shortlisted one name for today's active participant, that is Mr. Anup Patil. Sir, we will share your certificate at the end of this FDP soon from our side.
Thank you,
Anup
madam.
sir?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you. Participants, you all can leave and we will meet tomorrow. Kindly fill the feedback form.
Thank you so much all the participants to listen the session where patiently and